Hello everyone, Navy the Tarot Oracle here, and welcome to my tarot channel. I've wanted to make this video, say about uh, 3 months or 2 months, I don't really remember now, but um, a while after Trump was elected president. But yeah, things happened, and yeah, I wasn't able to do it. Yeah, it's now been a year and a few weeks, but well, since this is a tarot channel, I guess it makes perfect sense to go back and reanalyze, re um, well, review the cards, and and the best way, one of the best ways to learn the tarot is to see what they meant in hindsight, and that really helps improve your understanding of the tarot. So let's do that. So I believe this was the last video I made in the POTUS series, and I asked the cards um, if yeah, I asked the cards who's going to be elected as president, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. And these are the cards I got for Donald Trump. So the first row, and the second row uh, was for the cards I got for Kamala Harris. So as you can see, now I had a look at Trump's chart, and he's got Mars conjunct his ascendant, but Mars is in the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of hidden enemies and the subconscious and the unseen. Uh, it's the Piscean house. It's a Pisces house, and the first card here represents a beginning of some sort because the Magician is the first card of um, the major arcana, or you can say um, no, you can say, well, some tarot readers see the Fool as the first card of the major arcana, and some see the Magician as the first card. It doesn't matter. Um, it depends how you look at it, but yeah, this is card number one. So this could be suggesting that he's it's gonna happen, that he's gonna have a beginning, but he's not qualified for it, or he's not got the potential. But this suggests a new beginning, even if it's reversed, right? And now in hindsight, you see that that's what the card was trying to say. But as for Kamala Harris, the first card was the Eight of Swords, meaning that she's stuck, she's trapped, she's having a problem, she's not gonna be able to make it um, to the White House. Um, because if you look at it, well, it's just well, I just got a flash, but yeah, um, you can see the castle in the background. Now that's the White House. That's her dream, but she's trapped. She's been blindfolded and tied up, and there's swords behind her, and she's looking the wrong way as well. So yeah, this is a temporary problem, but yeah, but look who's causing it. Look what's surrounding her. You've got the Emperor reversed, and you've got the King of Wands as well. Now, the King of Wands could be a fire sign. The Emperor is definitely a fire sign, Aries, right? I see the King of Wands as an Aries card as well, right? Because he's an initiator. Aries is a cardinal sign, which also initiates. So yeah, and I said Trump does have Mars conjunct his ascendant in his natal chart. So probably this was Trump. So she's blocked. She won't be able to get to the Castle of Dreams uh, because of a fiery figure. The fiery figure is Donald Trump, and it's in reverse. So he's manipulating, controlling, um, doing all those bad things to prevent her from becoming president. And someone's active as well. at the edge of his seat, ready to take action in case something goes wrong, being proactive, even making sure that she doesn't get to the cost of her dreams. So I guess that's what this role was talking about, that she's not going to become president because there are people, or, well, it could be the same person, but yeah, but there are people preventing her from uh, becoming president. So that's what this was. And excuse me. So, as for Trump, you've got the Knight of Swords and you've got the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, when he started, I think when he introduced the tariffs and all those laws, I think there was a law every few days, a new law, um, which overrode some other law, I guess. So all those laws that I forgot the word for it. Yeah, but when I saw those laws, that's when I realized that yeah, that's him. That's a Knight of Swords. So after he becomes president, he's gonna be very rash, gonna make decisions very quickly, gonna be very hasty, very defensive, and that the Knight of Swords probably represented the laws that he was coming up with and the decisions he was making in office. Then you've got the King of Swords in reverse. Now the King of Swords in reverse is very authoritative, very um, um, strict stand person. Could be someone, it could be a surgeon, could be a policeman, um, could be someone uh, dangerous as well. But yeah, but looking at things and recalling the assassination attempts, um, I predicted, and also looking his chart, because in his chart, um, he's got Mars in the 12th house, and he's got Pluto in the 12th house as well in Leo. So I was expecting, um, I think there was a Mars transit. So Mars was above his natal Pluto first, because that's earlier in Leo in his chart, and then towards the end of Leo, he's got his Mars there, and then transit Mars was above um, his natal Mars. So I was expecting during one of those two times for there to be some sort of a public uh, assassination. And there was also full moon in Sagittarius, and this guy was born at an eclipse, born during an eclipse. So he's got, if I'm not mistaken, he's got the South Node and his moon very close to each other in the fourth house. The fourth house can represent the end of life as well. So it's not just your past and your memories and your home and your foundations and your lineage, um, and your mother, but or your father, but it could also represent the end of life. And having a full moon there, so with the south node, full moon over the south node over your natal moon, I thought, yeah, that's if it's not the assassination attempts, it's probably going to be that. But well, it looks like he survived all of that as well. And there was something about the fixed star, Algol, I believe. Yeah, that was in Taurus, and I think there was a transit. Um, yeah, I guess that was Uranus hitting Algol. I'm not really sure. So there were, and Algol is like the really violent fixed star. It's like, you know, the star that's responsible for all sorts of accidents and gory deaths and all that sort of stuff, beheadings, I guess. And so yeah, but again, you should what we really need to remember is the tarot represents probabilities. So does astrology, and if you're having a bad transit, it doesn't mean that you're gonna um, have that. It doesn't mean that you're gonna um, experience something really bad, or right. It's just they're just probabilities. So you might be lucky, and you might not experience a bad event just because you're having a bad transit. Um, so yeah, so that didn't work out, but that did not happen. But that's what I thought. The King of Swords in reverse represents. So I thought that was an assassination attempt. So I thought that he's not gonna make it uh, till until the end of his presidency. So I thought he would be assassinated at some point in time. However, that's not what happened. So this represents Trump himself, that he's gonna become very stern, very strict, and we can see that because of uh, the immigration laws and all of the laws that's making lives difficult for um, people, well, not just in the States, but all over the world, I guess. So, yeah, because whatever happens in the States has its repercussions all over the world since we all depend on the dollar. So, yeah. So I guess it was just referring to Trump that he's going to be very rash, very hasty, very quick, and he has been very quick. He's been implementing new laws. I think he still does. Not really following the news much nowadays, but yeah. And secondly, going to become very strict, very stern. So uh, yeah, I'm yeah. Just to let you know, guys, I'm not judging anyone here. It's not like um, I'm just being objective with the cards, right? I'm just um, looking at the cards in hindsight and trying to explain what the cards are trying to say. But I'm not taking sides here. I'm not judging him. Not judging anyone. But yeah, this is, I guess, the reality. This is what we uh, are seeing right now. So yeah, the cards again, once again, spot on. But the thing is, can you predict everything beforehand? And the answer to that is um, no, not always, right? You can try your best to come up with an interpretation, a prediction, but but things do change, and we do miss things, right? I mean, so if you get a card, if you get say you get a death card in a reading, and you predict it to be say relocation, relocation of some sort, relocation to say moving to a new home or moving to a new country, right? And that's what you predict. But oh, guess what? Turns out to be a literal death. Um, well, you tried your best, but and in a way, yes, you are moving to a new place or a new home, yes. But uh, so yes, one can argue that yeah, that so death is uh, a relocation anyway, type of relocation anyway. But you weren't able to predict exactly, um, or maybe because well, you don't want to be so blunt with your client. You just said that. But let's take the example of you weren't able to predict it, or you weren't able to see literal death in the cards, but it turned out to be a literal death. Well, in that case, well, we do miss things, right? I mean, because a card, a planetary placement, a transit can mean so many different things, and that's the problem with predictions because one thing, one card, um, or one spread, one placement, one transit can mean so many different things. It's impossible to have 100% correct prediction all the time, but you get the general idea of what's going to happen. So yeah. So one thing I should have said is that yeah, if I had to choose between the two, then Trump is going to become president. Although he doesn't seem to have the potential, or doesn't seem to have all the tools at his disposal, doesn't seem to be competent. Um, but he's gonna. And another thing I've noticed with the Knight of Swords is that you have to see where the Knight of Swords is running towards, right? So the Knight of Swords here is facing the magician, running towards this. So he was taking action, like quick action. Sorry, guys, just got a cold there. Yeah, so quick action, and he was trying his best to make sure that he becomes president no matter what. So swift action, quick action, you can say hasty action, but it worked. He was able to make this happen, right? And was able to do whatever he wanted to do. All those strict laws, um, being in authority, being in power, and he succeeded. So yeah, that's what the cards are trying to say. And I hope that helped. Been wanting to make this video since forever, but I finally made it. I hope that helped you understand the cards better and how the cards predict the future, even if it's far away. Um, and yeah, thanks for watching.